trying to change my thoughts. Been asking God for a route, I wanna make it out. I hope he hear me when I talk.
Alright, we back. Episode 9 of the Hustlerz Ambition podcast. It's your boy, back again, K-Dub. Dealing with Douglas on Instagram. And my brother.
It's your boy, JP.
Man, you know what's going on in the world right now. Probably ain't no surprise what this podcast is going to be about. We quarantine. Coronavirus, you know. And we just kind of want to shed our light on it and kind of give our opinion about the situation and how everything's going.
And how to attack the situation.
How to attack the situation. Finding your positive in every negative. Because it's a whole lot of negative.
Time to do a lot of good shit.
Because there's a whole lot of negative going on right now. But first off, we want to say, man, hope everybody be safe out there. Wash your hands. Carry hand sanitizer, do a mask, wear gloves, whatever you feel like you need to do to make sure that you're safe. Do that in these times. Like you say, it's crazy out here right now. But at the same time, there's no better opportunity to jump in and start something that you've been wanting to do. A lot of times we say, hey, we want to start this or we want to do this. And then we always say, well, I ain't got time, I gotta go to work. Or, well, I want to do it, but I can't because I gotta go to work during this time. Well, now it's the excuse. Ain't nobody really working like that no more. We all on pretty much lockdown, shut down, country, in quarantine, can't nobody leave the house. So
a couple Zoom calls for your job ain't taking up your whole day.
Exactly. So what is the excuse that we have right now? And this goes back to everything that we've been talking about in the previous episodes. Mm-hmm. It's like, how can we take advantage of a time like this? People are in crisis, people losing jobs, stock market crashing. It's just everything seems like it's in shambles right now in the world. But at the same time, during times like this, it only means that it could be growth coming up. You get what I'm saying?
We at the bottom before you elevate.
We at the bottom right now as a country.
A boom finna happen. A digital boom. I'm telling you, man.
Something about to happen, bro. We don't know what it is, but all I know is I'm gonna be in the wave and be in the mix when it do turn.
Coming out surfing.
Exactly. Because like you say, this time should almost be like an eye opener, bro, for a lot of people. Like a lot of people, you know, we dependent on our jobs to pay our bills and dependent on our job to, you know, take care of us financially. But it just goes to show you how unstable that is because it could all be over in the blink of an eye. Mm-hmm. Like we done went to complete shutdown within the last week or two, and people can't pay their bills, can't pay their mortgage, can't pay their rent, all because we so dependent on the job and the occupation that we are, you know, currently in, which is why they say you need multiple streams of income. But like we say, right now is the time for you to be trying to figure out skill sets.
Or to figure out what are you good at, you know what I mean?
Figure yourself out.
No, what are the things that you always wanted to do, but just like you were saying, you never had time to do. Mm-hmm. You know, now you got nothing but time. You know, now if you don't do the things you're doing now, it's because you lack the burning desire. You don't have any reasons why. You know, and you was just really talking. Mm-hmm. You know, and when the time came for you to be about it, you ain't show up. So you know, opportunity will miss you if you ain't prepared. Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's always about mastering your time and mastering your mind.
Exactly.
Personal development is the real key. It's not all about, oh, I need to make this business to get $1 million. No. You need to master yourself in order for you to even get to that point. You know what I mean? So take this time right now, coronavirus. Right. You ain't going to work. Get healthy. You know what I'm saying? You go work out. Just make sure you be safe and, you know, just really reset yourself. You know, really reevaluate what you was doing for the past 20, 15 years. You know, for some of us, I'll say 10 years. You know, reevaluate yourself. Is this job worth it? Can you live like this? If another boom come, another recession come, can you keep living like that? Can you support yourself like that mentally? You know what I mean? So you gotta get on your grind you got to figure out the reason why you here on this earth. You know what I mean? Until you figure that out, you're going to be running in circles. So you got to get on that, man.
Man, our mind, as human beings, we work off of two emotions, faith and fear. Every emotion, everything that we do, every decision that we make is based off of faith or is based off of fear. You either have faith that, you know, whatever you're going to do is going to work, so you're going to do it. We have faith that when we decide to go to a party, we have faith that we're going to have fun. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried about nobody really shooting it up like that because you have faith that it's going to be a good night and everything. We don't jump out of planes or we don't do anything that's fearful of us because our mind is altering us from doing that.
But you know what they say fear is? It's just false evidence appearing
to be real.
That's your mind. That's your subconscious telling you that that's fearful. That's not fearful. Mm-hmm. You only seen fearful things come out of that, but you never seen the good things come out of that.
Right.
So you fearing that thing. Like I used to be afraid of heights. Just as you say you want to go skydiving, I've been wanting to go skydiving because I was afraid of heights. I'm like, what am I afraid of? Exactly. You can see the most beautiful things from up above. You know what I mean? So
exactly. Like you say, it's false evidence that appears to be real, but it's fear. It's fear in things that, you know, we've been told our whole lives to fear. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm reading this book right now, Outwitting the Devil. Hardest book I ever read. If y'all haven't, it's pretty much a question and answer between, you know, the author of the book, and he was having a conversation with the devil about, you know, why he does the things he does. Oh. And what he said that kind of was crazy to me is he said, you know, my opposition, which is God, my opposition begs people to believe in him. You know what I'm saying?
This the devil talking?
This the devil.
Okay.
He said, my opposition, which is God, he begs people to believe in him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They tell you, you know, God sends his son, believe in me, and this is going to happen. Keep your faith, and this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But the devil says, how he works, he doesn't feel for belief. He doesn't want you to believe in him. He's not trying to bribe you to believe in him. He plants seeds in our minds to alter our minds and to get us to believe in whatever he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So instead of him just telling us, hey, I can do this to you, he just does it. He
puts it in your favor.
Putting that seed into our heads that, you know, we can't do this, or that we're not worthy,
or that slithers.
You know, and when you start to feed and fertilize that seed is gonna grow until eventually he's gonna take over, and then at that point it's almost gonna be unbearable for you to break it because you're not even conscious about what's going on. And that's why it was crazy, because he was like, man, like God begs people almost to believe in him. You get what I'm saying? And people are so afraid, and he also said people are so afraid about the fear of dying. You know what I'm saying? We fear death because of the unknown. Nobody knows what happens after death. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like what he's saying is, we all have that fear of going to hell. We have that fear of, you know, not making it to heaven, because that's what we've been taught. If you do this, you're gonna go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't live by this, you don't get saved, you're gonna go to hell. Well, we already in hell on earth.
You was born a sinner.
We already in hell.
Yeah, it's hell.
So the way we get out of hell is by figuring out how to control our own minds and to think for ourselves and not think about stuff that, you know, we've been told to think or been molded into thinking, which is hard to explain because we don't even realize a lot of stuff that we do is programmed thoughts.
So you say we're living in hell. So do you think when we die we're going to heaven?
When we die, we going to heaven? That's not.
No, I'm saying just if we living in hell, if we die and we you know, do the things that we need to do, that's when we go to heaven.
Yeah, I feel like when we die, that's just God basically saying like, you've done everything you need to do on this earth. Yeah. So now I'm ready for you to come home. You get what I'm saying? That's why no matter who all dies, people always say he's in a better place now.
Look, man,
he's in a better place. Bro, we getting deep right now, bro. We getting deep with this one. Cause like I say, I just been processing stuff so crazy. Like it's just like, bro.
Yo, eye opening more.
And it's like, we are in a hell. You get what I'm saying? Like, earth is our hell, because we go through so much stuff on this earth that you wouldn't go through if you you know what I'm saying, weren't here. And it's hard to process, not on suicidal stuff, but it's facts. Like
just understanding.
Yeah, people think like, you know, like just because this happened to me, why this happening to me? Why is this happening? Like, why not? It's supposed to. Like, we supposed to be having challenges to where we supposed to see how strong our faith is and how challenging our mind, how we can control our mind.
So it's almost like a game.
It's bro.
Like you're just going through every level.
You going through
every level. It's a harder challenge.
Yes.
Until you beat the game.
Exactly.
And the reason that heaven is so valuable because it's only specific people that make it. Mm-hmm. Everybody don't beat the games. Most people quit. Got to start all the way over.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
and then he was talking about, you know, how everybody always say the 2%ers. You know, only 2% of the world has, you know, control of their mind, control of their finances, control of their future. Mm-hmm. And the reason is because majority of people, the other 98%, can't get into their mind that everything that's happening in their life is supposed to, and how to alter their mindset from a fear-based mindset to faith. Like, have faith in it, whatever it is that you're doing, and don't fear it. Like, if you plant that seed in your head, like, hey, I think I should do this, just do it. And then just have the faith that it's gonna work. But if we're living in fear, then we'll never be able to get to where we at, because we never gonna take those steps because we're afraid of taking that risk in the unknown of life.
And I'll say some people are afraid just because they like the self-confidence. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They don't believe that they can do it. They don't think, oh, this could happen to me. But, you know, I listen to Les Brown every morning. You know, something he always say was, you know, wake up and tell yourself good things are supposed to happen to me. Mm-hmm. Because if you're always waking up saying, oh, I don't think I can do that, I don't think, it's never going to happen.
Right.
You know, and that's just you telling you already putting it in the universe that you ain't finna do.
Right. Because
you already don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So actually believe it, and, you know, you're going to fail a lot more times than you're going to succeed. Because you got to learn and learn and learn. Because, look, it only takes one time to get it right. Mm-hmm. But it takes a million times to get it wrong. You know
exactly. And like I was telling you, like when you and BJ was talking through the GM, like I feel like a lot of people, we are born at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have people that a lot of us don't. Some people are blessed to have that mentorship and somebody can do it. Yeah. We don't have people who have been educated enough to know, like, this is how life works. You know what I'm saying? Like, even our own people, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we listen to our parents do, but they always do what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that they telling us stuff that they want us to do because they know that's what worked for them. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily that it's gonna work for you, but they telling you what they know that worked for them
within their limits. They don't know anything outside of their class.
You can't teach nobody on a subject that you're not well versed in and that you don't know anything about.
No knowledge. It's called specialized knowledge.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. Like if people don't understand that fear is a whole like point of life. Like life is based off of fear. Like and how you can overcome those fears to get to where you want to go. But you got to understand that it's two sides to the fence. You got the one side that want to do everything that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You got that side of your mind that's telling you that. But you also have the fear-based mind that's telling you, oh, well, I want to do this, but what if this happened? I want to call this person, but what if they hang up in my face? I want to talk to this person, but what if this? And it's just always a what if, instead of just doing it and having faith that whatever you're doing is going to manifest. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like fear and comfortability go hand in hand, chicken patties.
Yep.
Because look, you fearful, you're going to be comfortable with whatever somebody give you. Mm-hmm. Because you're afraid to go get it on your own. So you just comfortable giving that. And it's a lot of fearful people who's comfortable with people giving them, you know, a certain amount and telling them to live off this. Yeah. I don't know how you can be comfortable about that because you're fearful of doing the things that you want to do, not thinking you can make the millions.
Yeah. And that's why... And that's why this coronavirus time is just like I said, it should almost be an eye opener, bro. Like literally, I got a cousin, bro, who's a dental assistant, went to college, like graduated, good job, and then when all this happened, now she got to file for unemployment, bro.
That's crazy,
like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like on this all in a matter of a week or two. You know what I'm saying? Just because of some stuff that we can't control. Mm-hmm. Like that's why I always say control what you can control. Like some stuff is out of your hands. You can't control that. So no, there's no point in even
putting forth the effort.
There's no point in even putting forth your mind to even give it effort because you can't control it.
Yeah.
So what you can control, make sure that you have full control of that, which is trying to enhance your mind, trying to figure out how you can generate multiple streams of income so that if something like this were to happen again, you won't be at a setback. You get what I'm saying? Those are things that we can't control, which is like right now at this time and during the coronavirus and while we in quarantine, control what you can control. Yeah, we can't go outside, but don't use this time to just lay around and watch Netflix all day.
TikToks and shit.
Like, yeah, you can do all that because, of course, I'm not saying you just got to be fully focused in, but have some balance. Like, use this time to educate yourself on something that you've been wanting to do, like, and make money doing something that you really have a passion about and figure out how you can sell it. Like, because everything is for sale in this world. Literally, anything that you looking around at, somebody bought it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So why can't you figure out in your mind and process how you can sell something? Why can't you figure out and process in your mind how you can learn how to market the chart, learn how your finances work, learn how to make every dollar that you got in your pocket work. Like, and until we learn that, until we have that education, and I say we, I'm talking about we as black people, because we've been at a disadvantage, you know what I'm saying, for the longest. So it's not our fault. Like I say, it's not our parents' fault. It's not our grandparents' fault. It's not none of their fault. They were at a disadvantage. But in today's society, we have zero excuse. We have the same access to everything else everybody else have. Only thing that's gonna work, anything will work as long as you do. Like, anything that you do and put forth your mind will work as long as you do.
Yeah, people say, "Oh, maybe this not for me." No, it ain't that. It ain't for you. You just ain't go hard enough.
Yeah, you just ain't for it.
You offer everything. Once you realize that you offer everything, and there's nothing that you can't accomplish, there's nothing that you can't do. I don't care whether it's hanging up a picture or building a machine. If you put your mind to doing that, you're gonna do it. Back behind specialized knowledge. Yeah. I'm not just saying go up there willy nilly. Oh, I can do this. No, that's dummy. Get the specialized knowledge first, and then go do it. That's how you create that burning desire. That's how you create, that hustle. You know what I mean? But you can't. The hustle ain't. You can't teach hustle. You know what I'm saying?
And I was reading this thing. I was watching an Instagram post about how this guy was basically saying, like, we need to teach our kids how to beat the system before the system beat our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a young age, your kids should already understand, like, okay, yeah, I can work, but I'm finna use this work money to do something that I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you need the capital to do it. Like, because it's some stuff, like you say, you do need money to start doing.
Of course.
Like, if you want to start something, you have to have some kind of capital. Don't get me wrong. There's not too many things that you can do where you don't need capital.
Start out ground zero with no money.
You can't. There's not too many things that you can. Wholesale real estate, you can though. Yeah. But like I was saying, we gotta teach kids at a young age about fear and how the people that get the most criticism are the people that's doing exactly what they need to be doing. Like
they burst out of that box. That's why I say thinking out of the box. They looking down inside the box, and y'all looking just like, why is he outside of that box? Like, what is he doing? It's crazy. But that's
the people that can take the most criticism, the people that can get the most, that can accept the most failure, the people that can accept the most no's for an answer and keep going, are the people that's gonna make the most money, the people that's gonna be the most successful, because they understand, like, this is all a part of what's supposed to happen. Like, this is the way this world shit was written, bro. Like,
every time you get a no, you're getting closer to getting
a yes. So
if you why stop? Yeah, I think I read something, bro. I read something in the I think it was on Instagram. It was like, why if you're going through hell, why stop in hell? You know what I'm saying? Why stop? Why give up instead of going out? You're just gonna be in hell.
You know like, don't stop right at the finish line. Like, when it get hard, that's when you need to, you know what I'm saying, just reevaluate what you're doing. If you have something don't go your way, that means, okay, well, I know that didn't work, so let me try this.
It's just like like I was saying, it's like a game. It gets harder because you at a newer level.
Exactly.
It's new levels, new devils. Exactly. You know what I mean? So don't expect the same thing, the same level of intensity on the lower level than you would a higher level.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna come harder, and it's gonna be a lot tougher mentally than physically.
Yeah, and that's why I say, man, I just want everybody to just be able to think for themselves, man. Like, just go with what you want to do. Like, and as a young kid, like we say, like, it's hard for you to do that because you have to listen to your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go and do what you want to do as a child.
But you know what's crazy? We always told to listen to our parents.
Of course. But at the same, bro, that's why you
goes both ways.
That's why you gotta read the book, bro. Because in Outwitting the Devil, bro, the conversation with the devil, he asking the devil, like, bro, how do you get people at a young age to do this?
Yeah.
Like, how do you alter people's minds with fear at a young age? And he told you, bro, teachers, parents, religious leaders,
yeah.
Like, all of these people are the ones, like you say.
That he didn't already dwelled on, and now it's just...
Like you say, you go to church, and they talking about the devil, fearing the devil. You don't want to go to hell. You don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And so, growing up, you going to have that fear. Oh, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's what he said. He said he used religious leaders to keep painting that fear in people's head of him. Like, he want people to fear him, because when you fear him, then you know, like, he has an advantage on you because he has that fear-based plant in your mind. But at the same time, like you say, our teachers, school teachers, all of our parents, they've been molded because their predecessors, the people before them, did the same thing.
And that you say that he worked through people. Yeah. The Bible say, fear no man but God.
Exactly.
Listen.
Exactly.
Fear no man but God, and the devil gonna use people.
Exactly.
That's why he said fear no man. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Because like you say, bro,
I gotta read that book,
bro.
Man.
It's
you
hard,
gotta be over
bro.
here like
it's hard, bro. I'm telling you, it's deep, bro.
Yeah,
like, it's gonna make you think, like, dang, like, that's true, because a lot of stuff that we process comes from teachers, comes from, like, even in school. Just think about it. As a youngster, kindergarten, preschool, you excited about learning. You excited about going to school, raising your hand, answering questions. But as you get deeper in the curriculum and you start realizing, like, okay, I really don't have much interest in this. You know what I'm saying? But you know you got to go.
Yeah.
You just start falling into the back of the classroom. You start not talking, not answering questions. And they think you just, you know what I'm saying, not smart, or you're not engaged, and you're not engaged,
not willing to cooperate.
Exactly. And it's not that you're not smart, it's that you're not really interested in those things that we are taught.
The institution
of life, bro. And so they using teachers, like, bro, just think about everybody you know that's a school teacher. Do they really, like, most school teachers are going there for the same reason you go to your job every day?
Think about
to get a check. Like,
think about this though. You know, when the human body starts to retain memory at the age of 5 years old. Mm-hmm. When do you start kindergarten? Or first grade?
That's what I'm
you
saying.
You start at 5 years old. So now they got that instilled in your head. You see these teachers for 8 hours a day for how many years? For like how long was school? 16 years? Middle school for 16 years, something like that. 16, 17 years.
During this whole time, they're processing.
17 years long, so you trying to reset right now. That's why you over here like, bro, what the fuck? What is this? Nah, man, I don't know what this is. No, you welcome. Now you in the real world. Yeah. You out of the institution. Now you just seeing everything for what it really is.
And ain't nobody tell you, like, that
you had to figure it out on your own. But hey, took 17 years, but now switch up these years now, like the coronavirus. You can't be at work. You can't be at school. You can't be, you're not in the institution. You're at home in your own mind. So you either right now going to institute your own mind, or you're going to get on your grind. You know what I'm saying? So
and I ain't never dug deep into the government or anything like that. Going, like, I'm just saying, because, like, I just, like, just how, because I was always like I say, I don't focus on stuff I can't control.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, that's why I never was big on politics and all of that kind of stuff. But just with the coronavirus, I started looking into stocks and how that kind of stuff worked. Bro, we are ran by a capitalist country. Like, this is a capitalist country. Like, so, and the way like I said, I showed y'all that video, bro. A dude said, like, why don't schools teach us this kind of stuff? Like, why don't schools teach us, like, hey, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Just have faith that whatever you're doing is going to work. or they don't want to teach you about how your money really works and how you can make your own business and how you can sell and how you can generate revenue without a job. They don't want to teach you that because capitalists make their money off of the labor of other people. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So which is why they like, and we got it so confused. Like everybody that's working, like most people are in a socialist mindset where they feel like, oh, like everybody should be, you know what I'm saying, doing da da da. Like, but capitalists like, no, you get paid for what you do. Like how you get paid for what you can come up with, the service that you can provide. Like that's how you get the most money. You don't get the most money just by showing up to work, working hard, and you know what I'm saying. That's it. You have to provide some kind of specialized value that's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
And if people really knew how money works, like if you gotta understand, the government don't have no money. The government gets borrowed money.
Yeah.
And guess who borrows money from the government?
The banks.
The banks. And guess who? And that's why when you be charged to put money in your savings account, you charge to save your money. Yes. And then they'll take your money. You'll get an interest. And say you do a 1% for the whole year. Like you're not gonna get a lot of money off of that. All you're gonna get is really what I want to say 10 cents, and they making millions and billions off your money.
Exactly.
And you getting taxed on the money that you earn.
Exactly.
Why? Because everything is being borrowed. You don't own anything. So once you realize how money works, you'll start. Then you'll start to see it.
Right.
What can I do for myself?
And and so just to go back to the analogy with the government, like we ran by capitalists, right? But everybody wants this to be a socialist country. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like, look at LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I like to use sports. Look at LeBron James. Look how the NBA. If you can't beat the best team, join the best team. Figure out what they're doing. Like, if you can't, like, we can't change the capitalists to socialists because the capitalists are the ones who run the country. They're the ones that's making the laws. So we can't tell them, this is how it needs to be done when for the whole entirety of America, this is how the country's been ran. So it's not just about to change because this is what everybody wants. We're ran by capitalists. So you have to figure out how the capitalists move, which is by capitalists make their money off the labor of other people. So if they know that they make money off the labor of other people, why would they teach majority of the people how to make money without them?
Yeah. That's why
I said 1%. Why would they teach them how to make money without them if they making their money off of everybody else?
And that's why I contradict myself sometimes and I say don't work a job, but I mean, it ain't that it's not working a job, it's I want you to work to become that capitalist that he's talking about, become that owner that you have employees. A lot of y'all don't have that mindset, a lot of y'all have an employee mindset. So
like bro, when I got bro, I've never worked a job before. You know what I'm saying? Like until I got up until this point. Yeah. But like I say, even when I was working when I got out of college and I was working at other jobs, my mindset was always, okay, what can I learn from this job that I can use to make my own money? You know what I'm saying? So even when I was working at the moving company, talking on the phone, sales,
I remember.
I'm the whole time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take these sales. I'm going to take these sales strategies. Like, I'm working at a moving company. I'm just on the phone, but I'm just about to take these, getting on the phone every day. That's going to build up my stamina.
Make the most of your opportunity.
That's going to build up my stamina. That's going to make me be able to hear when people cussing me out already. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, okay, boom, I can take this. Then I'm in the building with the owners every day. Yeah. So I see, you know what I'm saying, what they doing, asking them questions like, hey, how you got started? How did this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking seeds from everything that I'm doing and trying to put it in the, you know what I'm saying? I got into management at UPS. I'm a supervisor. Yeah. When I get my own business, I'm gonna have to know how to manage people. I'm gonna have to know how to have a group of people that work for me and me to be able to get them to do the product and provide the things that I want them to do and how to get them to listen to me. There's a difference between having somebody, you know what I'm saying, telling somebody what to do, but are they going to listen to you? How do you get people to retain your information and trust and believe in whatever you're saying for them to do what you're asking them to do?
Yeah, it's not always do this, do that, do that. You got to create a relationship. You want people to do things for you.
Exactly. So that's why I say, bro, like, I just like I say, I try to take the positive in every situation, bro. Like even if I don't like I know I don't like working at my J, but it ain't gonna be forever. It ain't gonna be.
But you got that mindset. A lot of people don't have that mindset. to just think about what they could do better and whatever that is in that situation. Make the most out of your situation. I mean, you in a ditch, you know what I'm saying, and you got a stick and some rocks.
Yep.
You either gonna complain down there with them sticks and them rocks, or you gonna try to do something with them sticks and the rocks to get up out that ditch. And that's basically how you know being in that ditch of a job, just being in a hole because you can't grow right there. But growing inside of that hole, you know, it's mental. It's a mental thing, you know.
Yeah. Remember, like I told y'all, bro, I was talking to my mama the other day, and she was just telling me, like, asking me about the real estate and how that was going. I was telling her whatever, and she started laughing out of nowhere, just killing herself. And I'm like, what's so funny? Yeah, and she just told me like, man, I remember like when I was little, she was like, but when you could barely walk, my grandma, she used to always ask me like, you know, what you want to do when you grow up? Where you want to work? And she say, I used to always tell them, I don't want to work for nobody. I'm going to work by myself. I'm going to work for myself. I don't want to work for nobody. And it kind of got to me like, dang, like I've been this way. Like this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing like, of course I had to kind of still reprogram myself because I was unaware and naive to how these world work. But once I had that knowledge, it's like, okay, this been in me. You know what I'm saying?
I used to always wonder how those big buildings became big buildings. I'm like, who built it?
Yep.
Instead of working in it, I want to know who built it. Like, I want to build it. I don't want to work in the building. I want to build it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I knew that wasn't coming from a working standpoint. It was coming from owning. So, like, from a young age, I always, you know, getting big things, I always knew that you had to own stuff. And it wasn't necessarily you.
And, like, just know that it's going to start from the ground up.
Yeah.
Like you say, even, like, we talk about Turkey Leg Hut popular in Houston, you know what I'm saying?
They started off a food truck?
They started off on the side of the road with a barbecue pit, selling 5-6 turkey legs a day.
For real?
You know what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
know that.
Like, but then they grew and had faith in their product. And they just expanded. It kept
sports center.
They're scaling their business. And that's what it's about, scaling your business. Like, you can literally do anything and scale it. Like, while I was trading shoes, flipping shoes in 5th, 6th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I would have had that business mindset, bro, I could have been the profit I'm making off of shoes. Profit I'm making off of shoes, put that same money into 2 pair of shoes instead of 1 pair this time. You know what I'm saying? And scale that way. But like you say, we don't understand sometimes how, you know what I'm saying, how to scale and how to turn your business from 0 to nothing without, you know what I'm saying?
It's a thought.
It ain't gonna happen without failing. You're gonna mess up.
It ain't gonna happen without a thought. Like, you can't just do something. Like, you gotta know what you're gonna do and have a direction with a goal, a plan. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Here's the time. Put dates on it. Because if you don't put a date on it, you're not gonna really work that hard towards it. It's just gonna be freelancing. You don't want to freelance. You know.
Exactly.
Time matters. Time. You know.
And time does matter, but right now we got the most time on our hands.
Exactly. That's why you gotta make the most of it. You got 24 hours out the day. Everybody got 24 hours. It's up to you to, you know, what you gonna do.
So especially when we in quarantine, we ain't finna be working no time soon. Or take advantage. That's why I always say, just take advantage.
Some people still at work though. You know.
Yep.
Everybody not closed though. Like, most people closed, but you know, there's a lot of people still at work. Unfortunately.
Like I like to say around this time, the real hustler's still hustling. You know what I'm saying? However you gotta get it, the real hustler's still hustling, man. Whether it be virtual, online, they figuring it out. Real entrepreneurs, they gonna figure it out regardless, however they gotta do it.
Because that's what entrepreneur is. I always figure. You always gotta figure out something. It's always something. It's always something. Just gotta learn how to adapt.
Yeah, bro. We got deep on this one.
The coronavirus.
We're gonna go ahead and end this one, man. Like I say, the whole thing that I want to leave everybody with, bro, is just take advantage of this time. Read a book. Watch some inspirational videos that's gonna get your mind right, and get you motivated to do what you want to do. But like you say, it ain't gonna work. Whatever you do gonna work as long as you do. It ain't gonna work if you don't work.
All I gotta say is, man, this world is gonna reset, so you need to reset.
Facts. It's episode 9? We said.
Yes.
Yeah. We won't even know. We just shooting
the
at this
coronavirus episode.
Give us a follow on the Instagram page, the Hustlerz Ambition. Give me a follow, Dealing with Douglas on Instagram. If y'all know somebody looking to buy a house, anything like that, sell a house, I get $1,500 referrals. So
a lot of people finna be selling real quick.
facts. That's why
I'll tell you, this
real
world
estate
finna
in the
resell.
boom. Real estate in the boom.
Hey man, this world finna resell.
Yep. But it's episode 9. We'll catch y'all next week on next week's episode.
Deserve.